when I say I was letting down people, is that at some point I had 5 shows in 5 nights, which is crazy, even if you don't drink. So imagine if these 5 nights you were getting effed up every night, and the fifth night I had to say sorry because my voice wasn't following. So I
Mm,
let down these people that night. I gave the show anyway, and people were like, "Oh, your voice is not even that bad." And I was like, in my heart, I was sad. I felt so wrong about like using and drinking and not sleeping well and not taking care of me. And like these people are like, "Oh, you're good anyway." And I was like, yeah, but I wasn't
mm,
good as I wanted you guys to see me. Like I
mm.
felt like shit while I was performing. I had guilt.
Hey, everybody, this is Will Gordon from the Willpower Podcast, briefly coming on before this next excellent episode to remind you all that did you know that 76%, you heard that right, 76% of you that follow my content regularly have not subscribed to my channel yet. And I'm really wondering why that is. So if you could, the easiest and freest way to help support my show is to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of it. Like it, share it, send it to people that you think it might help. Because that's what I'm doing here. I've been through it. I lost my liver. I lost my kidney. I had such a severe alcohol addiction that I feel you. Okay. I understand what you're going through. And I'm really hoping that these stories are helping. So if you want to hear these stories keep coming, then please hit that subscribe button. It'll be the best decision that you'll ever make. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I really hope you enjoyed this next episode. I heard it was a pretty good one. Take care, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of the Willpower Podcast. Today, I'm pumped to have Rick Duff, a singer-songwriter out of Massachusetts. Is it Massachusetts? Okay, so Massachusetts, Quebec.
Yes, sir.
Rick's 6 months sober after wrestling booze and drugs in his 20s. He just dropped his debut album, Forever Reckless, raw stories of addiction, mental health, and loss. Dedicated to his late friend, Matthew Mitz Foucher. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Am I saying this right?
perfect.
Rick, brother, thank you so much for jumping on. How's Quebec treating you today?
It's treating me with a severe snowstorm and a great morning for me. Just came back from a little duck hunt with my buddy Jonathan, and everything went perfect, man. I couldn't ask for much more, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's
You,
great.
how's it in Boston, man?
Oh, it's cold, dude. It is really, really cold. The wind is picking up. New England weather, man, it can change in an instant. It's nothing like we're up in Canada, like where you are. Yeah. So, Rick, 6 months sober, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. So, what's the one ritual that's a non-negotiable that's kept you like steady, 6 months steady? Like, what's the one thing that's keeping you going here?
Man, I'm so lucky to have the life I live right now, as a musician, as a touring musician, as a singer-songwriter, and my career is off to a great start with my debut album, and I'm just focusing on the career aspect of it because I want to offer the best to all the fans that comes to my shows. And I feel like I've let these people down for so many years, doing all kinds of shows and whatnot, but not as serious as I am right now. And I feel like what's keeping like the glue that keeps it together is really like I'm focusing on being present on stage, just on that later on. It wasn't that of a problem in my life being an addict. Like I didn't lie or steal from anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but it got me to a point where I felt I was letting down the people that believes in me as
Mm-hmm.
a musician, as an artist. Keeping alcohol and drugs away from me. It's just my way of saying like, thank you everybody for supporting me and believing in me. And I'm taking care of myself so I can give you the better version of myself, the best version of myself.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's
Yeah,
really
man.
cool. That's really cool, man. Rick, like you just mentioned something saying you let them down.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Well, at some point last summer, the pace picked up pretty quickly. I did that TV show where I got to get known like pretty fast here in Quebec.
Yeah.
And
What was the name of the show?
it's like Got Talent. It's like Canada's Got Talent, but we have it in Quebec in French.
That's right.
Yeah. So I did that show, and people loved me. I went to the finale, and I lost in the finale, but I got to that point where the whole province was looking at that show, and
Wow.
after that, emails were coming in, and shows were starting to get booked, and we were talking about an album, which I never thought about, like let's say 2 years ago. And so it changed so quick, man. I went from laying bricks, like I was a bricklayer working as a blue collar here in Quebec. In an instant, in a finger snap, man, it did a 180 and it changed completely. And so I started to drink a little more because obviously I didn't have the schedule that I used to have as a bricklayer,
Mm,
getting up early and all that.
yeah.
So I started to drink a little, then started using again a little. And at some point, I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't recuperating well after shows and stuff.
Mm,
So when I say I was letting down people, is that at some point I had 5 shows in 5 nights, which is crazy, even if you don't drink. So imagine if these 5 nights you were getting effed up every night, and the fifth night I had to say sorry because my voice wasn't following. So I
mm,
let down these people that night. I gave the show anyway, and people were like, "Oh, your voice is not even that bad." And I was like, in my heart, I was sad. I felt so wrong about like using and drinking and not sleeping well and not taking care of me. And like these people are like, "Oh, you're good anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, but I wasn't
mm,
good as I wanted you guys to see me." Like I
mm.
felt like shit while I was performing. I had guilt and anyway. So I guess it was on a personal level where I felt like I've let down these people, and I didn't want that to happen again. And obviously, one of my bandmates is sober now, and he talked to me after that show, after that one show where I felt like I let down everybody. And he said, man, if you don't feel good about it, it's maybe because you have a problem. If you
Yeah.
don't, yeah. So, and I took some time to reflect on it, and yeah, man, I've decided to get clean.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations. That's amazing. Like,
Yeah,
congratulations. That's
thank you
just
so
that
much, man.
rocks so hard, man. And that's really cool that you were very mindful of the feeling of like, am I giving my best performance, right?
Hmm.
Like, am I really giving it all? And when you're using, when you're drinking, it takes its toll, man, and make our lives worse. So when
Yeah,
you said you were, you took some time for self reflection, like, what? Walk me through that. What was that like for you? Like, how did that go?
I was really struggling, and really, I was not well with myself. I was ashamed of being that jackass that shotguns beer. And like, man, I write music. I put my emotions out there on the stage in front of people. I thought to myself, there is enough of these party shows. Like, just get emotional with the people. Like be who you really want to be, and stop trying to be someone else. And like, stop trying to out drink everybody or out use everybody on whatever the drug it is. Because man, I was good at that shit and I loved it. But
Mm, yeah, that was pretty good too.
I went at some point. I was so good at it that nobody knew when I was drunk or using or
Mm,
whatever. Like I didn't drink before shows. I was drinking a lot during the show then though, but show finished, most of the time I was drunk because I was shotgunning and drinking in my booth, and I was just trying to bring the life to the party, but I was putting aside all the hard work and the emotions I was putting in my songs. Like
yeah, man.
anyway, man, I
I
was I was
I
driving.
yeah, it's funny. It's like I had this self-limiting belief, like I would take a shot or two and then go do things that were kind of important because I would be able to kind of like just say what's on my mind in a very confident, charismatic way. But man, the diminishing returns of how much that would would hit me. But like, what was I doing? Like I was trying to make space for something that did not need space anymore, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
booze and drugs on and off. What
yeah.
was like the aha moment when you realized that lifestyle was stealing your voice as a musician?
I'll start by going back in my 20s. I've always been um the quiet guy when I was a kid, and I was always like taking care of my brother and trying to be the man of the house, and like a very nice childhood. But at some point, something broke. Like and I isolated myself a lot. I was drawing, and I wasn't a cool kid. I was a bit chubby, getting picked on a bit, but
Mm,
nothing too crazy. Just enough so I'm a loner, and I have developed that loner lifestyle, like that loner kind of in between friendship. And there was nothing like direct with me. I was always like tiptoeing in different places and always kind of felt secure in my room. That was the only place where I
mm,
needed to go afterwards. And I felt like alcohol and using was because I was so a loner, it helped me so much just open the door of my room and get out there. And as soon as I started using, I started to make friends. Like
Mm,
like that. I started drinking, went to parties. I was like you said, I was less shy and more into talking and socializing and we're who doesn't want that? Like, who doesn't
yeah.
want to be with the cool kids and have nice conversations and feel relevant? I mean, as a kid, as a 20-year-old kid, that's what you like, that's what you thrive for. That's what you want. Like for me,
Yeah.
that was it. And at some point, I wanted to be paid to do the party. So I started, I went and worked in Edmonton. I started to learn the guitar there. I started to write my own music, and I came back and I was like, as soon as I came back to Quebec, I fell into my old habits of going in bars, but now I knew how to play the guitar. So I was
Mm.
paid to be at the bar and I had a bar tab and I was just drinking my ass off and bringing girls and just having fun, like that rock star lifestyle. But I was playing local bars and honky tonks, and I wasn't even that cool. And but yeah, you see that, and you're like, I'm the shit right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm on cocaine. I'm drunk. These ladies come and talk to me, and like that's the life. But at
Yeah.
some point, it reaches up, man, and you end up lying or saying stuff that you wish you haven't said, and you end up laying in your bed while the birds are chirping, and you're like, "What the fuck, man? I'm 27 years old, man. Like, I need to sleep. I don't need that fucking shit right now." Like,
Yeah. I call those the loser birds. Whenever you hear
uh,
the loser birds, because
boy,
I
have I
spent,
heard these birds, man. I mean,
my
like,
God,
shit, man. I hate it.
those birds were like the constant reminder of get your shit together, man. You are out of control. Every time I heard those
Yeah.
birds start chirping in the morning.
Yeah, man. And at some point, I never felt that much of a fuck up. I mean, I had a good family. I was good to my family. I was good to the people around me. I, I didn't, my addiction, I didn't allow it to go past that point. Like 6 months ago, that's when like the ha moment for me was like, you're at a crossway, at a, how do you say that in English?
Yeah, a crossroad.
Yeah, you're at a crossroad and it's either you go have 5 years of fun doing music and after that you're just fucking garbage, or you get your shit together. Sorry for swearing so
No,
much, man.
man, just say whatever you want. This
All
is
right.
my channel. You can say
All
swear
right,
whatever you
cool,
want.
cool. All right, so fuck no. I mean, or you go left and you get your shit together. You sober up, man. You man up. And I never felt like I wasn't a man or man enough, or I maybe confidence was a bit of my struggle, but as soon as I stopped using, confidence went way up, and
Yeah,
I was able to see myself in 5, 10, 15, 20 years of now,
yeah,
like way better than I was and way better than I would ever feel while using.
yeah, man.
I did it. I stopped in the past in my 20s. I stopped for a year and I didn't stop for myself. I stopped like on a I dare you kind of thing. And I just kept on going. I felt good. And I just, at some point, I was like, all right, now I'm back to drinking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it wasn't for me, it wasn't like I was
Dude,
battling a
that's crazy.
struggle.
You did a year of sobriety on a dare?
Like, kinda. It felt like I needed it. But at the same time, my ex brother-in-law, he needed to stop and he decided to stop. So I was like, okay, all right. I told my ex girlfriend, I'll
Gotcha.
support him and I'll stop with him. Like
Yes.
on a kind of I'll see
Hey,
how long this goes. And it went for a year. And
wow.
after that, we went camping and I felt like having a drink and that was enough of the sobriety. And I just started back.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
That is
crazy
crazy.
and stupid.
I don't think I could have ever gone a year. The longest stint I ever did was 3.5 months. And dude, that was brutal. I mean, I was really in the thick of it, my addiction at that point. But
Sheesh.
man, I was trying to white knuckle it. It was awful. So you're 6 months sober. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
What's been what's something surprising that you didn't expect to know about yourself within these last 6 months?
That I can hold a schedule, a routine,
There
that
you go.
I can organize myself, my brain, my chain of thoughts. and my faith in front of everything. Like
Mhm.
I just, I've been praying for 10 years now, on and off, and just talking to, I guess I'd say Jesus, but for everybody it's different. But
Mhm.
for me, it's Jesus, and I've just kept on talking, and like I said, on and off. And at some point, it was like I don't want to hear these birds anymore. And now it's more of a like thank you for everything, and like just I'm super blessed. And as soon as you stop and you go past that suffering point of like I don't know, for everybody it's different. I guess for
Mhm.
me it was like a week or so because like I said, I wasn't like you
Mhm.
struggling to stop drinking. Like I could not, I could stop drinking for a month if I wanted to. The thing is the life of the party. Like I was addicted to going out and get fucked up that night. Like this
Yeah.
is what I loved, but I didn't love to do that every day.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd say like, yeah, man, a week or so, and then you get past that point, and you realize that you are so much more than you ever think you would be. Like
It's
there's a
so
lot to it.
true. And it's really cool that you said you got your confidence back after you got sober. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I wish I knew that going into it. Like, just the stacking the days, the wins, as we say. You know, stack your wins and stack the days, man. And in true authenticity and true confidence will actually emerge within that, right?
Yeah,
Like, I
man.
was always trying to mask my, be more confident by drinking, just be funnier by drinking. Like, and I thought in my head that that was all a reality, and maybe there are some maybe sprinkles of it that ring true, but for the 99% of it, man, like it was all false bravado. It was all like fake, you know, it was phony. And
Yeah.
now I get to show up in the world and actually be the version of myself that I was always intended to be, just a normal, kind, compassionate person who has confidence in doing something like starting an own podcast because I feel good. I want to help. That's why I started the channel, man. So
Yeah, and
true confidence.
congrats on that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude. Like true confidence comes from within, man. It really does. You can't be seeking external validation because it's just gonna wreck you. It's just gonna wreck you.
Yeah, and it's the same for a lot of situations in life. I feel like it's not even only with sobriety. It's like with my music. I put out a song. If I was to listen to everybody who's telling me that it's shit, I mean, I would never get. I would never put out music. You feel me? So if you have friends, and I'm not talking to you, Will, but I'm talking to the people who are listening, maybe,
Uh-huh.
and like if these people have friends, I mean, friends that don't think it's cool not to drink or not to use. I mean, fuck these friends. Like,
Yeah, they're not friends.
you feel me? Like, and you don't need that validation of these people. I mean, you're true to yourself, and if yourself is saying it's enough, it's enough. And then people that will stick around. And these are the people you need around you, not these fucktard that wants you to get wasted and
Yeah,
high
man.
or whatever, man.
Oh man, misery loves company, and those friends,
Oh
air
man, that's
quotes.
I never heard that before. That's great. That's great.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
keeping that. Maybe it's
keep
gonna
it,
be the
man.
title of a song
Yeah,
or
get it
something.
tattooed on your arm and make it your next title song. Although that title has probably been taken 9,000 times.
Probably,
But
man.
yeah, man, misery loves company. It really does. When people are struggling and they don't like their lives and they're just itching in their own skin, they love taking down someone who is next, like cut from the same cloth, right?
Yeah,
And they don't,
vulnerable.
and it's really hard for those people because I used to be one of those people, so I can talk like one of those people. When I see someone getting, this is back when I was drinking, when I would see someone get sober and like get their lives together, I would get like petty. I would get like jealous because I knew I couldn't do it on my own, right? And I really needed that validation for them to like fail. Like that's like how I felt. Like I'd never do that. I would never think that way, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's what addiction can do. It can make you a nasty, snarky, a person who's full of hate. Honest to God, that's what it made me too.
Yeah.
We're going to touch on a sensitive subject, and please, you can stop me if it's gonna
Yeah, yeah.
if it's too much. But you did lose a really close friend about 3.5 years ago, right?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I lost my friend due to addiction and mental health, man. And like to narrow it down as much as I can, uh, I feel like Matt felt like he didn't deserve happiness.
Hmm.
Like that's how he felt. I guess it's how he felt.
Tragic.
And some are gonna say otherwise. And but I don't want to share too much because I know some people that that don't share my opinion might watch this podcast afterward. But yeah, man, I lost Matt, and it saddened a lot of people in my community. And I felt like for me, it was this seed that was planted in my
Mhm.
head for me to get sober at some point in my life and for me to talk about mental health as much as I can. So every show I'm making, I take the time. It's the last song of the show. And this song rocks as shit, man. I mean, like, we end up throwing guitars in the air, but at the beginning of the song, I take that minute or two just to remind people that if you don't feel great, you know, you can talk to someone and somebody loves you.
Was that track Last Goodbye? Which one is
No,
that?
it's Reckless.
Reckless. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the lyrics of that songs, it's really like I'm putting myself in Matthew's shoes for a minute, and yeah, man,
That
he.
song crushes too, by the way. It's so good.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
and
I
yeah,
had the chance to listen to the whole album on before here we got on, man, and it's damn good. Like, I'm a huge country music fan, and you just absolutely rock, man. So everyone, please
I
go check
appreciate
out
it.
Rick Duff on Spotify. You know, everywhere. He's all over the place. So check him out. His music's fantastic. Reckless is just great.
Thanks so much, man.
Ford Ranger is my favorite though.
Oh yeah, let's go.
That song is catchy, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I had that so loud before we jumped on, man. I'm just getting in the mood. It was
it,
fun. It was a fun time.
appreciate it, man. Really,
But yeah,
man, I
man.
really do.
Yeah, man, losing a friend to suicide. Oh my goodness, like
Hmm.
in mental health, like that is, it's like imagining the unimaginable. It's so tragically, it's so tragic. It's just so tragic. I'm so sorry
Yeah,
for your
and
loss.
especially in a community where, like, me and my buddies, we were all using. I mean, we were all party animals, and people knew around town. And like, you wanted a party, you text Rick, or you go to that place, and you know which bar we would hang out to, and whatnot. And at some point, I started a band with Mitts. Like, we wanted to start our little. I'm a huge hardcore fan. Like, I could name bands, but whatever. I mean, like, I'm a huge hardcore music fan, and we wanted to start our own hardcore band. And at some point, I realized Mitch had a problem because he was texting me like, "Could you stop by this guy's place to pick up something for me?" And I was saying no because it was some hard drugs, and I was like, "No, man, I won't go do that for you." And he got super pissed, and you know, he didn't feel great. And when we were talking to him, it was always like he didn't deserve to be happy. Like, he was always fucking up at some point. And I feel everybody feels that way when they're on their downside and where they're on
Hmm.
their downhill moments. But hey, the sun is gonna shine again, and the sky is gonna get blue again. You only have to put your mind to it, and maybe
Yeah.
drop, like, lay down the bottle and lay down the drugs.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from experience, I had suicidal thoughts, man. Like when I was in the worst of it, right, 3 months up into the liver transplant, I was so depressed. I was in my car every single day contemplating it. Like, I would just be better off gone. But there's now that I've had I'm coming up on 3 years of sobriety in January.
Congrats, man!
Thanks,
Congrats.
man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And it's as the days roll along and I have like the mental clarity of a sober mind for this long, I think that's all bullshit. I was like, it was a depressant that was put on someone who was depressed. And that's a combination that is almost lethal. It's like impossible to get out of without, some kind
Yep.
of CBT therapy or just talking it out or just maybe getting on some medications that, nothing crazy, but hopefully from like a holistic place would be awesome. If you can do that, obviously do that. But yeah, it was so difficult to not think that way. And when you don't catch someone soon enough, right? You're left with a major loss in your life, and it's
Mhm.
something that will always be there. But a legacy that you can make up, right?
Yeah.
Is by doing exactly what you're doing. Keep making music, keep staying sober, and showing up for the world the way that you want to show up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just felt, because, man, like, hearing your story, I feel like an imposter being on that podcast. You feel me? Like, I feel like I don't have that much of a problem,
That's
but
not true. That's
everybody's
bullshit.
struggling on it. Yeah, that's what I was telling you at the beginning. Like, I mean, maybe someone is on my level of struggling right now. So if I can help that person that resonates with what I lived,
Yeah.
well, that'll be it. And some people are gonna say, yeah, well, I'm way past that point. Like me, if I don't have that line of cocaine when I wake up, well, my
Mhm.
life is a hell, like living hell. Well, if and I'm saying that, like, if you're not that much into drugs and alcohol at that point in your life, and you feel like you could easily fall into that, just quit right now.
Mhm.
Just quit right now, because I mean, it doesn't. You have nothing to win going down that road, and after that, you need to get out of it.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm clear saying all that,
No,
but
you are 100%.
yeah,
For the other drug, the one that we keep tiptoeing around, it's obviously
yeah,
cocaine that we're talking
yeah,
about. But
yeah, yeah,
for me, that one was always like just, ah, I, I mean, it just kept the party for me to drink longer. That's like
yeah,
what it did. It just like made me not get too fucked up to just be able to like stay out like
yeah,
later, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah, yeah,
enjoy like all the laughs, but just that gross feeling like the 2 a.m. like, dude, we gotta go. You become
yeah,
like
yeah.
those zombie creatures like wandering the streets of, well, I was drawn in the streets of Boston, but like you're up in Montreal, whatever,
Montreal, yeah, yeah.
just like running around, going to just making bad decisions. And it's, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun in the beginning, but dude, that shit got old so quickly for me. And it was expensive as hell. Like, who has all that money that you can be buying that drug like over and over and over again? I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
how they
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, that one kind of stayed away from me for the most part. But I'm sorry if you're gonna hear my dog in the back.
That's
That's her
sorry
being a
if you
pain in the ass.
hear. I'm actually with Jonathan, and we're getting some duck breast in the sous vide. I don't know how you guys say it in English, but it's like a pressure machine that takes the air off your bag, and you
Really?
can hear it in the back of brrr.
Yeah,
So I'm sorry about that.
Rick just came back from duck hunting, guys. That's how
Yeah.
manly and awesome this guy is. He plays country music all night and then duck hunts all day. So, getting back to your music, because how did you feel writing music about a friend? Like, how was that process
Yeah.
like for you?
Well, came naturally. It came because I had something to say. So for me, it was just this process of taking in emotions and just letting them out, like therapy. Because
Mm,
and I'm actually looking for a therapist as we're speaking, like a little like
yeah.
shrink. I don't know how you guys say it in the
There's so many online ones now, man. So many ads for BetterHelp. Like, you can get a
yeah,
therapist like lickety split these days, which is awesome. I mean, that's just awesome. I just had to change a therapist after like 6 years because my insurance didn't cover it anymore. And I think it was time to move on to someone else. But man, I'm really glad that I did, because this person I'm working with now is super helpful. He's like really, really helpful
nice,
and kind of getting me on the straight and narrow.
nice.
Yeah. All right, let's do a speed round.
All right.
One sober hack for touring musicians.
One sober hack for touring musician is always have some sparkling waters around, or some thing to drink. Like always, like keep yourself busy drinking something that is not alcoholic.
Yeah.
It helps.
What's your go-to?
I'm because well, I don't know, lime sparkling water or a non-alcoholic beers.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I drink non-alcoholic beers a lot. Yeah, the Heineken or the
Yeah.
whatever Budweiser or
Yeah. I drink the Heineken 0.0. I like that one a lot. Worst hangover regret that turned into a best life lesson.
yeah, I'd say at some point I cheated on my girlfriend, and the next morning felt like shit.
I bet.
Ended up telling her, and yeah, that was one of the major decisions why I also decided to lay down the bottle, because I wanted a family life, and I didn't want to play these games. I've never did that. I've never cheated on my girlfriend ever before, and
Mm,
I don't know why I did that, man. It was so stupid of me, and it doesn't reflect my identity and the values I stand for, and yeah,
yeah.
that's probably the most shameful one.
Well, you were under the influence too, right?
A lot, man.
Yeah.
I could tell the story, but I mean, I was just blackout drunk.
Oh,
Like, oh man,
yeah.
I was anyway, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to get too far into
Yeah,
it, but
man, nah, man. I was a total piece of shit, man. I mean, I barely talk at that point. Like, anyway, yeah, it was
yeah.
it was quite the wake up call there.
Well, unfortunately, we have to we learn from our mistakes, like we just do. And people who don't learn from their mistakes are just morons, right? And so it's what you do with what you learn in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And it's what you do after that matters. What's a book or a podcast or a song that you're obsessed with right now?
There's this song and this band actually that's called Treaty Oak Revival. These guys are from West Texas, and they just have that pop punk sound with that country roots because they're all from Odessa, Texas. These guys have a song called "Ode the Bourbon," and it speaks about that guy that struggles with addiction. And the Sam Canty, the singer, is actually 3 years sober. And the other day, I did that cover on my Instagram page, and I feel like it's Sam that shared it, but he took it and put it in his Instagram story. And it's a
Nice.
huge band, and for me, it meant a lot. And I was like, shit, I'm so stoked. These guys and he just wrote like I was 3 months in at that point, and he just wrote like, hell yeah, brother, keep it going. And he shared my video in his Instagram story, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's like that little pat in the back I needed to keep going 3 more months, And yeah, Ode the Bourbon and a book, I'd say The Power of the Present Moment. When I read that book way before I got sober, it got me in that it shifted something inside of me. Actually, it shifted that victim mentality to that I'm responsible for everything that's ever happened to me or will happen to me, and just be present, be grateful for what's happening right now as we
Mhm.
speak in that present moment, not the one that was there 2 seconds, but this one that's right now. And it's just it kept me going for so long, and now that I'm sober, I feel like the world can be mine now, and I just feel like making more music and releasing more music and touring more. Like we're probably going to sign our 100th show for the year this week, and I'm super stoked. I can't believe I'm gonna make 100 show in 2026. Like this is so crazy. I would never like thought of that a year ago.
Well, you guys are really talented. I'm not just like blowing smoke up your ass. Like
Yeah,
I
man.
listen to a lot of music, man, and I was really impressed with what I listened to before we jumped on, man.
I
I think
appreciate
you
it.
guys are gonna get huge. I think you guys are gonna get huge. I really do.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man, of course. So what's next for you, Rick? Like what's going on with you? What's going on in your life, man? What are you gonna do next?
So as of right now, I'd say I'm in that state of mind and that period of the year where it's super relaxed. Like we just went duck hunting, like I said, and I have this time to just answer some emails, not too many shows. So I'm going in the gym, man. I'm trying to make that routine. I'm trying to keep that routine, eat well. I'm writing music a lot. Obviously, we're working on a second album. And man, I just can't wait for Christmas time so I can see my family, my friends, and just like beat everybody at Christmas game because I'm sober. Yeah, man, just being myself and trying to help as much people as I can, man.
There you go.
What about you, Will? What about you? What's coming up, man?
What's next for me, man? Jesus, I'm going back to school. I start my first class is on January 20th. I'm going actually, guys, going back to school to be a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. So I
No
actually
way.
know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about things on the show, which will be very helpful. I feel
Yeah,
like
man. Yeah, man. That's a
um,
hack. That's a hack
that's
for
a
sure.
hack. That's a life hack. Go back to school. Who thought? Who would have thought? Yeah, man. Because the last 10 years of my life was spent drinking. That's basically what it was. So, well, not last 10, last I was been sober for 2.5, 3 years almost. So yeah, whatever. You get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, like time to pick up the pieces and run with my life instead of running away from my life, right? So I'm excited for that. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man. I wish you all the best, man. You look like a genuinely good person, man.
Ah,
And
thank you.
yeah, man. I appreciate you having me for real, man.
Of course, man. I really appreciate you finding the time to jump on today, and in much continued success with your band and in all the gigs that you're doing. Because, like I said, man, you guys are crushing it.
Are you? I have a question for you.
Yeah, man.
Are you still are you still going in a bars or venues, or is it like something that is making you afraid, like is making you scared of? Like, are you scared of bars and places like that?
I was not anymore. So I avoided like all the social scenes, like my first 6 months or so of sobriety. I just like didn't want to tempt the monster, right? But now, man, I encourage it. I went to like 3 Patriots games this year, New England
All right.
Patriots, yeah, our football down here, and I was with people getting wasted. Like, I still have a lot of friends that still drink.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
it's fine. I don't care. I actually have a great time with them. Up to a point, then I bounce. But yeah, man, I love it. I love going into bars. I love going into football games, baseball games, hockey games. I'm a big hockey guy.
Sick.
So I love going and being able to just like grab either a no alcohol beer or just nurse a Sprite. I don't know, whatever. Man. I like having control over it, and I don't get I almost get like the ick, like the ugh when I look at booze now, because I just think of all that those smells of like whiskey like molded into the wood of like the stools, or like that smell when everyone's sticky on the ground. You're like, dude, what? I was living in this like filth for a decade of the prime of my life. So there's just no attraction to it anymore.
Nice.
The only thing I worry about is like if something like tragic were to happen, like that's the shit that worries me, like my wife dying or something like that. That would make me like vulnerable. Then I would need help. Then I would be vulnerable. Then I would need help. But if it's just like going out seeing it, dude, it's a breeze now.
Well, I was asking that question because if we're ever in Boston, it's probably going to be in a bar playing music. So
well, I'll be with you guys. I'll come in and hang.
Thanks.
So Rick, thank you so much for coming on the Willpower Podcast. Anything you want to say before we jump off?
Listen, man, just people got to stay true to themselves and got to stay true to their beliefs and their values. I think that it's super important, and it's what I'm trying to reflect as much as I can in life. And if my music can help people, mission accomplished, man. Mission accomplished. And if people don't feel great or have questions about my journey, man, they can always write to me as well.
Beautiful. Well, everyone, go grab Forever Reckless. Okay, you can find that on Apple, Spotify, all of it.
Yeah, all of the above.
Yep, great. And because guys, it's like therapy on tracks. That's how I felt when I was listening to a couple of songs. It's therapy on tracks.
Sick.
Rick, if people want to locate you, find you, what's the best place to nail you down?
Yeah, man, Instagram for sure. I mean, Rick Duff Music on Instagram. You can always DM me, or on Facebook at, I think it's Duff Official or Rick Duff. I'm not sure.
Your Instagram is at Rick Duff Music.
Anyway, man, just if you find me on Instagram, I have this link where you can find me anywhere. So yeah, man, yeah, that'd be the best place to find me. Or else there's the rickduffmusic.com if you want.
All right, there you go, rickduffmusic.com. I would start with that one next time.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks, Rick, man. You're the man. This has just been a really cool conversation.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys for watching this episode. Please, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. If you're feeling generous this time of year, guys, I do accept donations on my Buy Me a Coffee. It's just one small way of showing a little love towards all this work that I do to the show. As much as I love doing it, it's a lot of work. I edited 2 episodes today. It took me literally an entire day. So I love doing it, and I wish I could just do this full time. But this is kind of where I'm at. Yes, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you so much, Rick, for coming on the show. And be on the lookout, guys, for many, many more episodes coming soon. Take care, everybody.
See ya.